California home builders have a lot of challenges today. I think the largest one is the fact that they can't afford to buy the land that they need close enough into the jobs to create that jobs housing balance that we talk about in politics every day. It's great talk, but it doesn't work financially. So we have our jobs in one part of the Bay Area or other parts of the Bay Area, housing in another. And I think that builders have to worry about that every day. It's not just a financial decision, it's a social decision on how people are going to live in the Bay Area now and 10 years from now. The segmentation of the Bay Area into areas in which people should live and people should work is wrong. I think that when we look at how we set up and approve business parks, retail areas, and residential, we look at them as three different things. We don't look at them as serving one consumer, one electorate, and how they're going to live their lives. So we entitle and approve things in tiny little batches instead of having a big vision about how they all integrate. My advice to our decision makers would be, don't be ruled by demographics. Consider the psychographics of the Bay Area instead. Think more about the whole community and not just the housing part. Every time we approve just rooftops, that's all you get is rooftops. We're doing nothing to build community. We're doing nothing to solve our infrastructure and our transportation problems. Homebuyers today, as they're looking for houses, are a very different animal than the homebuyer of the past. When the Bay Area was smaller in its scope, easier to travel through, I think that looking for one's place to live was the most important. You know, over the years in advertising, people have talked about this whole idea of live, work, and play as kind of the trio of the benefits. It's not enough for today's buyer. Today's buyer wants to belong. And so as we look as a building community and talk to our electeds, I think that thinking about how to help people belong, how to integrate into the larger community, how to become real citizens of the community, put down roots, get involved, it's very much on people's minds. And again, the more that we look at things household by household, we're looking at the tiny, small end of the spectrum when the question's so much bigger and our chances to improve how people live is so much bigger. I think the single biggest misconception that the public has about home building is the same as the single biggest misconception that electeds and appointeds have about home building, which is that we're the robber barons of this century. If they knew what the risk was and they looked at what the reward was, they wouldn't want to be in this business. I think what they need to do, I think the reason I'm smiling while we're talking about this today is the fact that it's like the best kept secret that this is a really hard business to be in. And it only attracts people who really love it and really love the problem solving part of it and really love envisioning people living in their homes and living in their neighborhoods. This is not a business for people who want to make a lot of money. It's a business for people who want to make a lot of impact.